Hello everyone and welcome to this Burda Easy tutorial. Today I'd like to show you how to make this top, the pattern for which you'll find in our May Burda Easy magazine. It's a sleeveless top with ruffles at the shoulders, a rounded neckline and a snap fastening at the back. To make it, I'll be using my usual sewing equipment as well as a piece of interfacing, thread to match the fabric, a piece of bias tape, 5 plastic snaps and a pair of pliers to attach them, and cotton fabric. Here, I'm using this fine organic cotton poplin from our partner Sepauli, which specializes in GOTS certified organic fabrics. To begin, I pin the pattern pieces according to the cutting plan in the magazine. Then mark seam allowances, 4 cm for the hemline, and 1.5 cm for the other seams. Then cut. I use carbon paper and a rolling pin to mark the assembly marks and seam lines. I also cut the interfacing trims, which I fix with a steam-free iron. I move on to assembly. I start by pinning the front clips and stitch them before pressing them down. For this fine fabric, I'll be using a Schmetz size 70 fine universal needle. Using a fresh needle is the optimal way to achieve a seamless and undamaged seam. Then I place the backs on the front, right sides together, and stitch the shoulders. Then I overcast the seam allowances, here with a zigzag stitch, and press the seams open. I repeat these operations with the facing pieces. Now I overcast the middle back edges. Turn the facing outwards at the fold line and pin. Then I place the facing on the neckline edge, right sides together. Pin and prick. Then I turn the facing up and top stitch the facing and the excess 2 mm from the joining seam. I've top stitched the bottom of the facing. Now I release the corner, turn over, then press the edging inwards, as well as the middle back. Now I place the backs on the front, right sides together, and stitch the sides. Overcast any excess, then press open the seams. Unfold the back seam, then fold the hem and iron. Flap and stitch the hem. I replace the back trims on the inside and hand stitch the excess. I move on to the sleeve flounce. I iron the outside ruffle allowance to the wrong side. Then stitch a narrow zigzag close to the folded edge. I cut the excess as close to the zigzag as possible. Now I'll gather the inner edge of the ruffles. To do this, I stitch 2 parallel lines in large stitches, leaving the threads on either side hanging over the edge, and gently pull on the bobbin threads to gather the fabric. I pin the ruffle to the armhole, following the transverse and sleeve head markings, and distribute the gathers evenly. Then stitch. Now I'll apply bias tape to the armhole. Since my bias tape is pre-folded in the middle, I'll first iron it folded in half lengthwise. Then I pin the bias tape, aligning the open edges with the armhole overhang. I leave a 5 cm stitch of ribbon on each side of the side seam. Stitch at 1 cm, then trim the excess. Fold the bias inward and top stitch right sides together at 5 mm. To finish, I place snaps in the center back in the places provided. I use plastic snaps that I attach with pliers. I place the male snaps on the right side and the female snaps on the left side. And that's it, our Burda Easy top is finished. We can't wait to see your creations on our social networks, so don't hesitate to share them. See you soon for new designs. Burda thanks you and recommends its partners Kapali and Schmetz.